Why do we need a group of pro-Brexit academics?
Well, what we're trying to do is present high-quality arguments in favour of Brexit, many of which haven't been made and don't seem to get into the press or in some cases the BBC, I'm afraid.
Right.
But more than anything, we want to counter the accusations that Brexit supporters are ill-educated, misinformed, misled, or, Lord help us, even sometimes racist.
Is that an admission, though, Graham, that the balance of expert opinion in academia and elsewhere is very worried about Brexit and the likely economic consequences?
Well, I think what you say is true. I mean, the evidence suggests that perhaps up to 90% of university academics support Remain. But the problem is that they're getting all the airtime and all the arguments. And there are plenty of very senior academics and very experienced people in other areas of life who support Brexit. And they say their arguments just haven't got out very much. And so what we're trying to do is give a platform for those people and for those arguments.
But you accept, and I take your point that you feel they haven't had the airtime, although we certainly do have people like you on a very regular basis talking about Brexit and the advantages of it. But you do accept that it's a minority of your colleagues who support your views. Yes,
but I think this I mean, if you want to count heads, we've had the referendum and we know the result. We're now in a part of the national debate in which we're trying to debate what's the best way forward. And now it's the quality of arguments that really count, and we're trying to put forward high-quality arguments on the Brexit side.
Right, and you will have heard that experts at the civil service saying that Brexit will hit growth by up to 8% over the next 15 years and that a free trade deal with America would only add 0.2% to growth over the same period. Do you think that is the reason that so many experts and academics believe that the sums on Brexit don't add up?
Well, it's certainly an important reason why people voted Remain. I think that the polls showed that on the Remain side, at least, the economic consequences were the biggest factor. But myself and colleagues at Cambridge and Ulster University in Northern Ireland have looked at this very carefully. We're the only people in the UK who've fully replicated the analysis of the Treasury and the OECD, and we find them deeply flawed. They're greatly exaggerated on the negative side. And now we're in a position where we had a leaked report last week, which again gave negative figures, but we're not told who produced the figures. We're not told how the analysis was done. This is essentially a secret report, completely unsatisfactory.